What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Beers and Breakdowns. What? I don't know why, but I have to do it that way. I started doing it that way.
I know you have to do it that way.
I feel like
tried to
I don't do it on purpose.
Times. I can't do it on purpose.
I can't not do it at this point. It just comes out that way. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Beers and Breakdowns.
What if you didn't though?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Beers and Breakdowns.
No, it's like your hands wouldn't be out. You wouldn't.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Beers and Breakdowns.
What's up, guys? Welcome to this episode of Beers and Breakdowns.
What's up, everyone? Welcome.
Anyway,
okay, everybody. In this one, we're going to be talking about Safehouse. Pretty dope movie.
Denzel!
Another Denzel, because we destroyed him in Equalizer 3, and I feel so bad about it. I hate that I did it. I hate it.
The Way of the Gun. That's the one with Ryan Phillippe. That's why I keep thinking about Ryan Phillippe.
Stop calling him Ryan
Denzel.
Phillippe. Is it Phillippe really or Felipe?
I think it's Phillippe. Is it Felipe?
Phillippe sounds so stupid, dude.
I know, but I feel like a first name is Felipe, a last name is
No,
Phillippe.
Ryan Felipe.
Well, Ryan Phillippe is in a movie.
Even if that's wrong, it's better. If his name is actually Ryan Philippe, what did you call him? Philippa?
Phillippe?
Phillippe? No way, dude. It's definitely Felipe.
Which is not even Denzel. It's like Benicio del Toro and Ryan Phillippe.
So we felt, he doesn't care. I felt terrible giving Denzel Washington such a negative review. I don't like it. I love this dude. He's one of the best action stars that we have.
So in Equalizer, he didn't give him the best props.
And I didn't give him good props in Equalizer 3 because I just hated that movie. But you know what? Now we get to show off all the awesome work that Denzel Washington has done. Just because he did that one bad one, which one of you guys said in the comments, like, dude, he's like 80 years old. He's getting old. It's not easy for him. Maybe not the best writing because he's not making the same money anymore. Whatever the case, have some respect for the man. And so that's what we're doing. We're bringing it back to some awesome Denzel action. So let's jump in to this amazing movie that I love so much, Safehouse.
Oh, that's a Michael Bay color grading.
Yeah, it's so blue, dude. I can almost not see everything.
His skin looks green.
And that guy's red.
Yep.
Everything's red.
No. It's extreme color grading. It's how Michael Bay rolls. Which I don't think it's Michael Bay, but still. It's cool.
Sick.
It's that look.
Yeah, dude.
Denzel has the ability to stare into your soul.
And just make you feel like the smallest human being on the planet. Dude, such a cool action shot, such a cool movie. And the scene of him just injecting that intel into his butt cheek, I thought that was great because at the end of the day, anywhere else you put it, they're going to find it or you're going to lose it.
Microchip?
So injecting a microchip, if it's that important, I think that's the smartest way to go about it. Because the only way they're going to find it is if they have some kind of body scanner that's going to find a microchip on your body and they're looking for microchips.
This movie shot through an Instagram filter. Oh.
All right. Obviously, that scene is super cool. Tactically makes a ton of sense. Switch out clothes with somebody that looks like you, pay them a bunch of money to go walk around, keep their head down, and
get shot in the head.
Get shot in the head. They don't know that, obviously. You keep that part from them.
Oh, yeah.
But tactically, it's super awesome. Does it completely and entirely depend on someone that resembles you in some way that's also willing to accept a bribe for you to pay him to wear your clothes and to walk out front, knowing that that's fishy? Obviously depends on all of that to take place, because if somebody walks up to you and goes, hey man, I'll give you $500 to put my clothes on and walk out of this place and walk down the street, you're going to be like, haha, no, because that sounds shady and that sounds like I'm going to get shot or beat up by somebody looking for you or arrested.
Right.
So most people aren't going to do that.
With half a brain to be like, yeah, maybe not.
Yeah. So, but another thing that I like about this is having the kid run up and check his wallets. I don't know if you guys ever been to third world countries. I've been to Africa. I've been to a lot of places that third world countries and Afghanistan, they use children all the time. I imagine Mexico, Peru. My wife is Peruvian. She tells me all the time the scariest thing about the streets in Peru, where she's from in Lima, is children, because they will pickpocket you, they will jump you, they come out in crowds of kids and they will beat you to death. Like the kids are vicious. And the same thing was in Africa. They're not so much trying to beat you up, but they'll pickpocket you. They try to run all their networks of scams. One guy, it was a kid walking, and he had a blind man holding his shoulder, and he's like, sir, please help. And this was in Johannesburg, South Africa. And I was like, oh, of course, man. And I pulled out some kwacha, because that's where we're at. They took kwacha, that's the currency we changed, and I gave him some money. This kid pulls out a wad of cash out of his back pocket, adds the money I gave him to that wad, puts it back in his pocket, and then walks on to the next one. Please help, please. And they do this like they don't have any money for food. Yeah. So kids are widely utilized in third world countries for all this stuff. So I really appreciate that they use that, and it's super realistic.
It's accurate.
Yeah. I don't know how they.
Sadly accurate.
Sadly accurate, but.
Oh no, we got chiclets and all that shit in Mexico. I don't know if you've been there, but they'll come up and be like chiclets. So they sell gum, right? But it's kids, right? While their mom is like sitting there with a blanket on the side of the road. So yeah, kids are very widely utilized for that.
What's up, guys? Hey, if you're anything like me, you live in a hoodie this time of year, and that's why I'm so excited to announce that Barbell Apparel is bringing back their free hoodie sale. It is December 9th through Christmas. Any purchase, $99 or more, comes with a free hoodie. Again, that's December 9th through Christmas. Free hoodie with any purchase, $99 or more. That's it. Make sure you check them out, barbellapparel.com.
Jeez.
Shoot the ground. To create a panic.
Again, this is why I love Denzel movies. A lot of times he chooses these roles to where he's using his brain power over his fighting power. Violence is the last resort. Not because you're like, a Buddhist or something. It's because violence means that you failed at using your brain, at using your tactics, at outthinking your enemy. So think like Sun Tzu, you're trying to outthink your enemy, you're trying to think a few steps ahead, and then if it resorts to hand-on-hand contact or shooting, a shootout, then you failed your tactical game. Like you failed to play chess, now you're stuck playing checkers because you missed your move. So in this scene, shooting the ground, causing a panic, causing everybody to run away from the gunman, and then giving him a chance to exfil, he's again just trying to use his brain and not resort to, playing checkers and having to use violence.
He tested off the charts in aptitude for psychological field work. His first assignment was in Lebanon in January 1985. 3 months later, he captured and flipped a high-ranking Hezbollah leader. Over the next several years, Frost successfully questioned and recruited many high-value individuals. He became known as an expert manipulator of human assets, and he literally rewrote agency interrogation protocols.
Frost served in many active theaters, including Libya from 1995 to 1998, Jordan, 98 to 2000.
I love the old school breakdown of how dope somebody is. Like we've kind of gotten away from this.
Yeah.
To where we just like have a moment to talk about why somebody is so talented.
Yeah.
And we forget that. So we start, all of a sudden we're seeing movies where somebody is like John Wick, but we don't know why. And then all of a sudden they could fight, they could stab, they could move, they could communicate, they could do everything amazing, and they never tell us why they could do those things.
Yeah.
But in these old school movies, or at least back then, this wasn't that far, but going all the way back to 1984, when a Chuck Norris movie that we're going to check out and we're going to do on Beers and Breakdowns, even in that movie in 1984, they're doing a scene like this to where it's like they find a way to say why the person is so talented. Because we need to answer that question. We need to know why that person has those capabilities.
Yeah.
It can't just be some lame excuse that like random, military. What?
It's cool when it's done right, but
Yeah.
it's done wrong so many times where they use it to explain who you're watching as opposed to letting that explain itself. And then afterwards being like, by the way, you might also want to know in this really cool fashion. It just sucks when they use it as the only way to explain who that character is. That's
Yeah,
lazy
because
writing.
we want them to be this great, but we don't have an excuse for that, so we'll just throw it in there.
Exactly, yeah. It's Ryan Reynolds.
Hey, at once. Yeah, sure. It's right around the corner. 2 rights and left. All the way back.
Tobin?
All right, so those guys, I'm assuming, would be ground branch CIA. So we've talked about it before. CIA has different levels of cool guy, and as far as like operators go, the tier 1 operators and the retired Green Berets and retired Rangers, if they want to continue to operate after their retirement or after they get out of the military, they're going to try to go CIA as ground branch. You could also go as a contractor, which is what Evan Hafer has done, and Sean Ryan. Those guys were contractors. That's where like your 13 hours in Benghazi type thing. But the level above that is the true operator level for CIA, and that's ground branch. And I'm assuming that's what these guys are. So the perfect fit is the main guy, the guy from Terminator, because he's older. So you look at him and you say, okay, that looks like a retired Green Beret, probably a sergeant major, and then went ground branch when he got out. Or maybe he's a retired Delta operator or something, Green Beret, Delta, and then ground branch. So I get that. And then I see the other guys, I'm like, they're kind of young to be in ground branch because, like they wouldn't take me. Ground branch wouldn't look at me twice because I don't have that enough years as a special operations guy to qualify for that. So typically they're going to be older guys, but that's what I would see for that. So this part kind of bothers me because we've already established that you have this like high level ground branch guys, and then the minute they take contact, you're already in a safe house. You're in a CIA safe house. You have security surveillance everywhere. You have an arms room that Ryan Reynolds, dum should have told you about. Like he didn't tell
it for the last who knows how long.
Right, he knows every inch of this place. He's been stuck there, bored. He doesn't tell anybody about the fact that he has an entire arms room as they're about to take contact. So tell them about the arms room, open up the arms room, make sure they have access to all the weapon systems, all the grenades, everything. So, and I promise you, these guys, because it could be Green Berets, it could be Rangers, Delta, SEAL Team 6, SEAL teams, it could be any special operations as a team, ground branch. If the stuff bar starts popping off, I promise you they're not going to be running around panicking like this. They're not going to even be phased. It's going to be another day at the office. This is what they trained for. A lot of them have already been through multiple combat deployments by the time they get to this echelon of operator status. This is going to be another day at the office. If you're a gray man, this is just another Thursday. So there's no way they're going to be like, where do we go? What, guys, what's going on? Running around. Dude, it's going to be calm, cool, and collected. What do you got? I got 5 mags. I got 320. I got grenades. Cool. I got stuns. Roger that. Fatal funnel here. Okay, stack on me. Roger that. On you. Let me know when. Breach. Boom. Got guys coming through. Breach. Bam, 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 bam. And then all of them are going to open up fire on that door because you have a fatal funnel, and nobody is going to get through that door. So I understand them throwing, and then another scene they start throwing flashbangs through. We train with flashbangs. We're used to flashbangs. They don't snap us out of it when you're in the zone and you're focused and you know that flashbangs are inevitable or a possibility. you're not going to be like, duh. It's going to be like, okay.
Right.
And you're going to look through it and you're going to focus. And flashbangs are not going to throw you off your game.
That threw me off my game.
Did it throw you off your game?
It did. Slightly.
Dude, I wish I could get my hands on a 9-banger and just drop it at your feet.
I saw the bang. That throw me off all my game.
Dude, I would love to see that. That'd be hilarious. The first time,
Sean blew something up on me.
when my team sergeant did to me the first time, like, because we throw him, he's like, hey, you guys need to do this, but everyone stand in a circle. We stand tight. He dropped a 9-banger in the center of us.
Yeah.
At first, it shook me a little bit, but then I was like, oh, that wasn't bad. And sure enough, we were in training, and we were doing multi-cell, multi-breach, so we clear into each other, and somebody threw a bang. And I remember looking down the hallway and going, eagle, 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 because I could see our guys coming, and I wanted to shoot at me, because we're live. We're shooting live rounds.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And I was like, eagle, eagle, eagle. And I see him throw a flashbang, and it comes down the hall, and I was like, whatever. And I was like,
right, you're not afraid of it. You already know like
so
what it can and can't do.
right. So I just was like, whoops. He accidentally threw it before I said eagle. It went off, flashed me a little bit, no big deal.
Linklater.
Safehouse has been breached.
What's your location?
I'm eastbound on Albert Road. I'm just passing Woodstock. Eyes on this real-time sat feed.
What's the location of the guest?
We escaped.
Clarify, do you have to guess?
Yes, we escaped. Look, I can make it to the consulate. There's no check for SDO. I think I'm ready to pick up a tail.
All right. Denzel's character always using his brain. You're not putting baby in the corner.
What is that? Is that Dirty Dancing? Is that far we're going back?
No matter where you stick this dude, he's using tactics. You put him in the trunk, you think, oh, he's just going to sit there handcuffed in the trunk and cry and wait to get out. No, he's ripping out panels. He's trying to mess with the electrical. He's finding any way he can to improve the situation. It's always, how could I improve my situation? I remember having to dig a foxhole in training, and the first sergeant coming up and be like, make it better, make it better, make it better. It's like you're always working to improve your foxhole. You may hate it at the time, but you learn a way of thinking, and that thinking is there's always a way to make your situation just a little bit better. And that positivity, that mindset, keeps you focused, keeps you in the game, and it keeps you focused on survival and not doom and gloom.
Yeah.
Because I don't like chick flick parts. I don't want to see the relationship love story build up.
All those parts.
It's ever gonna be. So one day you understand. You got more past than future. You look.
What is this, an intervention?
Because you were dead.
All right, my dude. If I think that you're dead and we link up after years,
yeah.
I am not drinking a glass of wine with you.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm never linking up with the homies to have a glass of wine.
That's the best way he can portray his you're alive without being over dramatic.
Bro, a glass of wine?
Yeah. Obviously he knows he's not dramatic, so he has to play it down, but like he's like, dude, I thought you were dead. Like he's compartmentalizing this whole thing that's
It's
happening.
like, what are you on a date? It's like, bro, I thought you were dead. Pour me a glass of that Chardonnay.
I think it's more like I'm not gonna cry. I thought you were dead, but okay. Well, clink glasses is the best we
clink
can
glasses of wine.
do. As opposed to what? What are you talking about? What are you
A
talking
shot
about?
of whiskey, a good drink, a shot of
It's the wine that
a
got you.
sip of scotch. It's just the wine that got me. I'm never linking up with the homies to drink a glass of wine.
Well, if all I have Chardonnay,
If we're gonna watch a chick
expect you to
flick,
sit down.
eat chocolate because we're on our periods, we can have a glass of wine with it. But other than that, I am not linking up the homies for a glass of wine.
Wow.
Just saying.
Periods. So I'm cutting that out. We can't
Why?
have that on the show. We can't.
All right, 119.
Yeah, Chardonnay with your bro. That's cool.
Yeah, Chardonnay with your bro.
That's cool.
It is. Sometimes you're on your period and you need to get it off your chest.
Oh, this is so raw.
Dude, Denzel's face when you shoot him
is like the worst face ever. He's like the way he looks at you is like his face is just like what I think it's carried him through his entire career. It looks so menacing.
He staggers and is like contemplating how he's gonna murder you, how he's like disappointed in you for shooting him, for getting the best of him.
Either way, he's judging the shit out of you when he's watching you.
And it's pure Training Day face when he's just like cannot believe himself that he lost something. Like he's like, no, you didn't do that to me. And so I love that scene when he just like in shock looks at him. But a tactical thing is, and they always taught us in the military, when you clear past somebody and you think that you shot them all, and let's say you got bodies laying down on the ground, and you're coming up doing a final clear, and you think you have all dead bodies, you have one shot left to take, and that's before you pass that body. Once you pass that body, you can't shoot them again, because now you're violating. It's like war crimes. It's unethical.
What do you mean?
So let's say I'm going through a room. I punch in one man. I see a guy, or I don't see a guy. I clear center room. Bam, bam, bam. I shoot him. I finish clearing. I clear back, and I start moving forward. And then I get to that guy again.
Okay.
And now I have this guy in my sights, and he's down. He's dead. And I'm about to clear the next room. I'm going to put one more into his head.
But you can't go and then come back.
But I can't go and then come back to him.
Well, how would they know?
Maybe they don't. But the point is to avoid this. It's not so much like you're going to get in trouble.
I see.
It's more like you don't want to get shot in the ass.
Right. Yeah.
So, which is exactly what happens to Denzel, is he puts him down, moves on to the next guy, and then gets shot by the guy he left behind. So we don't leave guys behind without seeing brain matter splatter, is what we say.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's morbid, but you don't want to get shot in the booty.
Brain matter splatter.
Yep. You shoot him in the dome piece.
Wow.
If you see that brain matter on the floor, you could assume that you can move past them and they're not going to shoot you in the booty.
Value your civilian lives, please.
Yeah,
it's good.
You don't want to get shot in the booty hole.
No.
So you got to see
I just don't want to see brain matter splatter.
If you see brain matter on the floor, that guy's likely not going to shoot you in the booty. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that episode of Beers and Breakdowns. I don't know why I have to say it that way, but I do. In this episode, Safehouse, another Denzel banger. Denzel, putting it out to you. We're showing you all your bangers on this channel because we love you.
Show love.
We love what you've done for the tactical community and making all the dope movies that you've done. And I'm so sorry I had to talk smack about one of your movies. I feel so bad. But you know what? That one wasn't good. You know it wasn't good. Come on, bro. You know it wasn't good.
Stop. Just end the show.
If we were together, we would have a drink, and I'm like, you know it wasn't good. He'd be like, ah.
It's like, yeah, movie shit.
Yeah. All right, guys. See you on the next one. Peace.